Hi, everyone. Hi. Great to be here with you. So excited.
Yeah. So what better time to start reprogramming your mind and getting rid of all those limiting beliefs, start telling a new story of the life you actually want to live, a life that you love. Then while we're on lockdown, we've got loads of time on our hands.
Yeah, fantastic. Yeah, so we're going to go and look at the emotional guidance scale. So before I bring that up on screen, I'm just going to say that we are mother and daughter. I'm Julia. So that's Sarah, my daughter. We are business partners of rapidly transform your life. So I'm just going to bring up the emotional scale. So I wonder whether any of you have experienced this before. It's one that Esther Hicks uses, and I believe lots of other people use it as well, different sort of formats of the same thing. So down here at the bottom, we have the lower energies, and up at the top, we have the higher energies. And by energies, I mean feelings. So we translate that as feelings. So down the bottom, you're going to be finding depression, and then it's going to go up through anger, then up through boredom. I can't actually see it that well. I don't know whether can you see it better, Sol?
Yeah, 2 seconds.
I have got a picture of it on my wall actually, but on this it's quite hard to see.
I don't know what I've done with the picture now.
Oh, I renamed it Spiral.
I don't know, I can't find it. Yeah, so basically down the bottom is all your lower vibration feelings like despair, depression, hopelessness, victim, feeling like a victim, that sort of thing. That's all down the bottom.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then right up the top is joy, love, those sort of feelings, the really good vibration feelings.
And appreciation right at the top.
Yeah.
Actually. So, yes, you know, the idea is that the lowest is depression. And so actually, if you're feeling anger after depression, you're actually on your way up. You know, a lot of people mistakenly think that you're getting worse if you get angry, but actually you are going in the right direction. But we're going to speak more about that in a minute. So the emotional guidance scale, I mean, I wish I'd kind of known this in my teens and 20s. I certainly didn't. I was going in the hamster wheel, round and round and round, feeling all these dysfunctional feelings, no idea that I was recreating everything, no idea that it could be used as a guidance system. And what we mean by that is if you're in the lower energies down there, you are not in alignment with your higher self. And your higher self is the non-physical part of you. And if you are in the upper part of it, where you're in appreciation and joy, you are actually in alignment with your higher self. So when we are in the lower energies or the lower feelings, we are attracting things that actually, you know, are mirroring where we're at. So we're attracting stuff in that we don't want, you know, angry people, dysfunctional relationships, things going wrong, that sort of thing.
Yeah.
And then when we're in the higher feelings and the higher emotions, that's when we are in alignment with better situations, people and places and things and circumstances, because they are vibrating at the higher rate, as in joy, love, appreciation. So I hope that makes sense.
Yeah, absolutely.
Did that make sense to you? So,
yeah, makes sense to me.
Well, you know all about it, but I have to say it's something that I've only recently learned in the last few years, and I find it really useful. I had no idea about the emotional scale at all, or I didn't really understand it. and I'm going to hide it now. If you want a copy, it's very easy to find it on the internet, and download yourself a copy because it is very interesting. So
yeah, absolutely. And you can use it as like a guidance to see what the next better feeling thought is. So it's really hard if you're in depression, despair, anything like that, to jump straight to joy and appreciation, because it's just too far up. So what the scale does, it shows you what the next feeling is. Like you were saying a minute ago, like anger is actually higher than depression. If you think about it, like depression is just like no energy in it. It's literally like really low vibration.
Fraction of everything completed, shrunk.
Whereas when you get angry, although it's not necessarily where you want to stay, it's still a higher vibe feeling. You're vibrating higher. Stuff's starting to move rather than sort of being stagnant and depressed. So it just gives you a really clear way of working your way up so that you can start to feel better.
Yes.
But yeah, you know, when people say like, oh, just cheer up, what's the matter with you? Why don't you be happy? Like when you're feeling really crap, that is the most annoying thing.
It really is, isn't it? And it doesn't help actually at all. In fact, if anything, can make you go back down again.
Yeah, because it's too big a jump.
Yeah.
To go straight from the right at the bottom straight up to joy, it is just too far.
And I think as well, it's too big a jump, especially if you're not used to being in joy and appreciation.
Yeah.
You know, obviously, well, not obviously, but all of us have times in our life where literally we're bumping along the bottom for quite a long time. We haven't been anywhere near love and appreciation and joy for quite some time. So to actually jump from there back up is really difficult. Whereas if you're used to, like I find now that I am working along the top feelings and emotions most of the time. So it's the other way around for me. So when I dip down, that's the unusual way. So I know that especially with all the things that I've learned, I can flip myself and reset myself back up so much quicker than years ago when I had like years of issues with addiction and dysfunctional relationships in and out, that I was working along the bottom, you know, like one of those fish that kind of lives on the bottom of the sea. That's what I was like for years, on and off, for decades, really. So it wasn't until I got into recovery, I sort of cleaned up my act, and I started working along the surface a lot more. So when I go down now, I absolutely know how to get myself back up really quickly. Yeah,
absolutely. So basically we just want to give you sort of tools to, it's like checking in with yourself, isn't it? It's like being able to know where you are at, have a look at that scale, see how you're feeling. So like you said, whatever you're thinking, if it's making you feel bad, that means you're not in alignment with what your inner being or your higher self or whatever you want to call it is thinking.
Yes.
If you're saying things like, oh, I'm crap, I'm an idiot, I can't do this, like all those sorts of things, they make you feel bad, don't they? And the reason they make you feel bad is because they're not what your inner being is thinking or your higher self is thinking.
Because they're not true. I used to think it made me feel bad because it was true. So I had it completely the wrong way around when I was sort of having that inner talk of, you know, I'm not enough, I hate myself, life is crap, you know, all of that sort of thing. I seriously thought I felt bad because that was actually true, but it's completely the opposite, isn't it?
Yeah, which is great. So you know, if you're thinking something and you're feeling crap, it's because it's not true. So so that's just another.
Another tool. So you know that your higher self is championing you. You know, especially when you're saying all those bad things about your life and about other people and about yourself. You know that your higher self is actually saying the opposite and saying, "Come on, you can do this. You are enough. You are clever enough, you are good looking enough, you are healthy enough, you are young enough, old enough," you know, whatever it is that you're saying to yourself, that you, for any reason, you can't do something, if you feel bad, just remember your higher self actually knows for sure that the opposite is true. Yeah. And so said that could be really encouraging if you remember to think that. That's the key. Isn't it? Quite often I forget till later and I think, oh yeah, that's true. I forgot about that bit. Yeah. So,
have a look online and get the emotional guidance scale. It's quite handy to have to reference. So when you're feeling a certain way, you can look on there and see whereabouts in the scale you are.
Yes.
The next place up to go is. So it's quite a good thing to have.
And if you think about the situation at the moment where you might be thinking, oh my God, my life's over, I've lost my job, or, I'm never going to sort my money situation out, or, I'm maybe going to get sick and die. If those things are making you feel really bad, well, just think your higher self is actually thinking the opposite. So that's an encouraging thought, because if you're feeling really, really bad about it, you're not on the right track.
Yeah.
So switch your thoughts around. Distract yourself is a great way of doing it. Distract yourself away from the subject that you've been thinking about with something. You go do something else. Stop thinking about it, because it's not doing you any good. Just something that brings you some joy.
Yeah. And it's basically you'll keep attracting. Sorry, I have children running around and then leave it for please. Whatever you're thinking, that's why it's quite hard to get out of.
What's she doing?
It's quite hard to get out of those feelings, because law of attraction is just bringing you more thoughts and feelings as well that match what you're giving out. So when you feel depression and you're thinking those thoughts, law of attraction is helping you by just giving you more of it.
Yes, which isn't great, is it?
No, not when you're feeling rubbish. So it takes a little bit of practice to get moving up, but then the law of attraction will help you do that as well.
Yeah.
So every time you reach to a better thought, it will help you bring another better thought as well, until that becomes easier and easier.
Which is why we teach our clients the reset skills that you do first thing in the morning, so that you get yourself on the right track first before the effect.
Yeah.
Right there, Poppy. Okay. So if you found any value in this at all, give us a like, give us a comment. It'd be great to hear from you. Follow us.
Yeah.
We have more in store, and we're sending out so much love to you wherever you are, whatever's going on in your life. We wish you well and love.
Have a lovely day. See you next time.
And don't forget to share it with someone if you think someone you know could benefit from our teachings here. So lots of love. Bye.
Bye.
See you soon.